Thank you for watching My News 26. I'm Paula Jasper. Today we're in Idlewild, and joining me is John Meeks, a long-term resident. Thanks for joining me, John.
Yes, I'm John Meeks, and I've been in Idlewild. Been connected with Idlewild since 1954, and that was my first experience of visiting historical Idlewild, and those were the days when Idlewild was at its peak in being a famous entertainment center of the Midwest. They had 3 nightclubs here at one time, had live entertainment, and there were thousands and thousands of people would converge on here every weekend. The place would just be live with people. My first experience on the beach was there were people there on the beach wall to wall. It wasn't hardly even walking space there. And at that time they had 8 policemen, and their duties was to do nothing but handle traffic, make sure that no one blocked the movement of traffic. Basically, there was no crime for them to deal with, so it was strictly traffic patrol that they was working on.
Now, what year was that?
This was in 1954, and 1954 probably was the peak of the, the entertainment part of Idlewild.
Well, who were some of the performers that you saw here?
Some of the performers here that come to mind would be the Four Tops, Sarah Vaughan, George Kirby, Jackie Wilson. The list goes on and on. A lot of the body. The list goes on and on.
Now, was it that busy year-round here?
The Idlewild was strictly seasonal. It opened up May 30th, and it closed down at Labor Day. And at the end of the season, they had the nightclubs would have what they call bearing the show. That was the last show for the season, and there'd always be sellout crowds for the final show of the season.
Now, people came from all over to come here then?
People came from all over the country to Idlewild. Matter of fact, we have residents here from almost every state in the Union, from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast.
Now, were there grocery stores, post office?
Oh, Idlewild was very commercialized, and we had that time probably 30-some motels, probably about 10 or 15 restaurants, 3 nightclubs. It was in service stations, grocery stores. We had all of the services that the tourists would need. The services was provided for them.
Okay, now Baldwin is so close by. Was Baldwin a lot smaller then?
Baldwin is just about 5 minutes from here, and Baldwin was always been closely connected with Idlewild. It's almost a spillover into Baldwin.
Now, when did Idlewild really begin?
Idlewild began in 1912, and the growth period of Idlewild was in the 20s, is when it made the most progress. That's when the individuals moved from living in tents to small places called dog houses, was just big enough for sleeping, and then in the mid-20s they started building year-round homes here then, and since that time it's been accumulation of nice homes, especially around the lake.
Now, why did it begin here? You said Louis Armstrong?
Yeah, well, back in the peak of the entertainment part of Idlewild, it goes all the way back far as 1927. There were pictures here of Louis Armstrong fishing out here on Idlewild Lake, and his wife, Lil Armstrong, was living here when she passed.
What was it like to come here during its heyday?
Coming to Idlewild was basically for entertainment. It was a good time. Idlewild was basically a party place. It was a place people come to just have fun, party. Partying on Idlewild on weekends was 24 hours a day, all day and all night parties. You'd go to bed, get some rest, and get up and start back partying again. And it was all about just having fun and meeting people. You met people here from all over the world.
This is fascinating. Thanks for joining me, John.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Paula, Jasper, -26 in Idlewild.